Good afternoon and welcome to Word for the Day. We are back looking at Christmas stuff as well, and hopefully it's going to appear on Facebook as well. I was told that I'm double posting, which is never a good thing, but I'm worried now that I'm not actually posting anywhere or doing anything, which is absolutely bonkers. No, we are. So, yesterday, what
Does
did
that
we...
mean we're live?
We are live.
We're live on Insta and on Facebook.
Oh my days, this is never a good thing. Hello over there as well. My name's Nathan. I've never appeared on Life in a Vicarage. I'm sorry for the disappointment.
Anyway.
What are we doing?
Yesterday, it was all Christmas cheer and you were dissing my Christmas tree. And today...
we did go into the loft though, didn't we?
You're now going to diss my wrapping?
No. We went into the loft yesterday and I hit my head, as I annually do, on getting down the Christmas decorations. The excitement.
You didn't get them down. You just was in there and passed them to me and I took them down. You just bashed your head while you was in there.
So, that is the annual kind of dispute, isn't it? And now we're going to look at the other festive dispute on... Wrapping. Now, I think you can tell a lot about a person on how they wrap Christmas presents up. You can. I think there's different techniques that people employ. For example, you have the strategist and the architect, which I would say I'm more akin to, that wraps very well. You do get a bit of wastage, which then you get the other person, which it's hard to describe politely. I'm not sure how you describe them, but they are the environmentalist kind of cheapskate. We're going to plan it for least wastage on paper.
No, it's not actually true. I just
don't
ever buy enough, and then I panic, and then have to start wrapping
like a patchwork quilt.
Yeah,
which is
a poor patchwork quilt.
Then you have the person who just doesn't deal with sellotape, and can never find the end. So
do you know what I did yesterday?
They end up attacking the roll.
Do you know what I did? I won't do it. I promise I won't do it. But I couldn't get to it yesterday, and I had to slice.
Because that's going to help.
I just slice it. Yeah, it didn't work. It's now, I've had to now chuck it in the bin, but you know.
So, and then you have the other type of wrapper, who I think wraps more like a fire blanket on a person that's on fire.
I thought he was going to say like Dizzy Rascal or something then. And
I don't know who Dizzy Rascal is. Who is Dizzy Rascal?
For another day.
Another day. And they kind of smother the present in wrapping paper and then just attack it with sellotape in the hope that it all stays on.
That's not me. I mean, I do that with life if you're trying to be theological, but I but I don't do that with my wrapping. I'm really stingy with my sellotape. Actually.
Can I just point out, that's my sellotape. I got it from the train set shed. That's another story. What? So today we're going to demonstrate. We've got 2 books to wrap up. We have Lift the Flap Nativity. Who comes up with this? Actually, no, I want to look at this. And Kayleigh is going to wrap The Night Before Christmas. You can vote for your favourite book and let us know what you think. Whilst Kayleigh
tries to open sense.
Now, technically, I can't read this book to you because that would be a breach of copyright. We know our laws.
No, would it?
It would be. Because essentially, I'm making an audiobook version of this. But we could have a look at this.
Can I do this?
Mary...
Or is it going to be too loud?
No, you carry on. Katie's going to go first as I read you a little story. And I'm going to tilt the camera so you can see her
I can see one.
wrapped like that.
You can't see. But
with left-handed scissors. So Mary looks surprised and happy. An angel is visiting. I don't think that's theologically correct, that she was surprised and happy. The Bible doesn't really say that. I think she more wet herself a little bit as she knew. But let's look behind the flap. I wonder what's behind the flap. I've never looked at this book in my life before. Will it be an angel? Will it be Father Christmas? Or will it be the three wise men? Not that there is three before you all get theological on me. We wrap differently. It's an angel that looks as though they've just stepped out of.
Can I just ask, right? Was the angel
John
actually
Lewis.
a man?
Other shops are available.
Was the
I don't know. I'm not that old. Why have they put a mouse in the picture? Oh, there's another flap. There's two flaps.
I'm censoring myself
There's so much going through my head. There's two flaps on the page. One in front of Mo, which is the angel, and why there's a dove there, symbolic historically of the Holy Spirit. I do not know. But let's look behind the other flap, and it's another dove. Two doves, one there and one there. Where are they in that story? Can I just say, this is another thing, right? So the slit's going that way. Kayleigh puts the sellotape
it doesn't
that
matter.
way.
All that matters is, right? Now, I'm not going to lie, but this probably isn't a really good.
They can't see that there.
I know. I was trying to say that. When we were little, like, this is so much better than what my mum would do. My mum would just be like this.
She's a smotherer. It's hereditary. Your mum. She's a smotherer in the sense of how to rap.
So
let's see how the story ends. What is behind the final flap? That is what I want to know. So the wise men are kneeling in front of Jesus. Open the door to find out how the men journeyed
you just said
here.
you're not allowed to read this.
I'm not reading the whole book. I'm just reading a selection, which I think we are allowed to do. Gold, frankincense and myrrh. How did they travel? Was it on a bus? Was it in a taxi? Was it on a donkey? Or
always on donkey?
Or was it somewhere else? Let's have a look behind it.
Right, there is nothing wrong with that. That is so neat. Look, flat on one side so you can like write your nice message, and then do you know what I mean? What's wrong with that?
Okay. And then they travelled on camels, according to this, which had the hump. So that is Kayleigh's wrapping. Paused because you weren't using the app. You still lie?
Yeah.
How do you know? So I'm now going to wrap this book. We've seen how Kayleigh does it. This is how I wrap presents. I'd be interested for you to put in the comments now before I do anything how you think I wrap. Am I a smotherer or not? Can you pass me the paper, please?
Yeah.
So this is the previous user of the paper hasn't cut straight.
Yeah, but you can't see it, so it doesn't matter.
What do you mean?
Because it'll all be wrapped in.
It'll all be wrapped in.
People don't unwrap it and inspect.
People don't unwrap it and when you unwrap your presents, Kayleigh, how do you do that? Do you do it in a way in hope to save the paper?
You're trying to be funny.
I wouldn't be funny. Or do you kind of go in like someone going into a pub when it's happy hour and free drinks?
It depends. Because, so like this morning, because we had wrapped yesterday's books for the kids, I was able to,
prepare my sellotape that I need.
It was easy for the kids to like open.
Did you use your mouth to cut this?
Yeah. We live in the same house.
Always wash your hands off. No, we do not have the same germs.
What?
We're in the same house. We have the same germs.
Yeah. We're family. It counts, right?
Oh my days. So, hang on.
can I just say, like, I think some people are wanting some theological enlightenment. Is this your
Theological enlightenment? There's 2 doves. Mary was happy, and they all came on camels, according to that book, anyway. Who published that book, by the way?
I don't know. This is one of Bill's favourites from Christmas by Juliet David.
Juliet.
I like how they actually make Mary look really young.
Oh, she was.
Yeah, I know.
So I go for little bits of paper, little bits of sellotape, but good quality sellotape. If you use cheap sellotape, you are cruising for a bruising.
Right, look at this. Look.
Yeah.
Look at all that paper for that tiny book.
So I'm not going to be using it all. See, I always like a nice crease in my wrapping. You have to have a nice crease because it all starts there. This is kind of origami.
Who taught you this?
So I kind of taught myself. I just don't like it when I like it nice and tight. And then, you see, for me, what's important is I fold over the edges here so you get a nice, no matter what's happening with the paper, you end up with a nice edge.
Oh, I've seen people do this on Instagram, and then they put like little, like, real tree, like
the sellotape goes in the same direction.
Why?
As the fold.
What does that make any difference of? I think this is...
So, right, you've asked the question, you had 10 centimetres, no, not 10 centimetres, about 2 centimetres, 20 millimetres, to cover all of that distance, where I have put it so you get more security.
Does it not depend on who you're wrapping for, though? Because...
What, are you saying some people are worth wrapping better for than others? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
How do you wrap for me? Do you wrap differently for me then?
No, I'm just saying that, like, for the kids, they need it loose,
off this.
don't they?
Why do they need it loose?
They can open it easy, because there's nothing worse than getting a present and it being, like, really hard to undo.
Get rid of that bit, because you don't want rough edges, because that's cheap. Then I fold in to there at the bottom of the book, like this, you see. Do you think this is... And then again I fold in and then fold in again so that I get a nice straight line there, using my pre-prepared sellotape, so I'm not reliant on other people struggling. Trying to get the sellotape so it doesn't actually crease as well, because that's a bit rough.
I'm not going to lie, but I can't actually see no difference in yours to mine. Look. There's no difference.
I think there is.
It's all in the preparation. Like, some people do wrapping Christmas presents, and they really, you know, they really give their all to it.
So this is where I try and get the same distance here on overfold as there. You married me, by the way. And that is really important for me. So there, I'm always going to have more, so I still need to take some more off.
Why?
Kayleigh.
Yeah, but what... Do you think that... You don't even wrap my presents, to be fair, so...
What do you mean?
You give them to your mum.
No, I don't.
Most of the time you actually
I normally buy a bag.
Yeah, you do actually do that.
Don't you like a nicely wrapped present? See? There you are. So, there is my version.
No difference, mate. No difference. Literally. And do you know what it comes down to? Why there's no difference?
Why is there no difference?
Because it's good quality paper.
Is that
Brown
right?
paper, yeah.
How do you wrap your presents? And you could say, if you want a theological reflection, how do we approach presents and how do we approach Christ? Are we the strategic wrappers needing everything in place? Or do we just get stuck in it and see where we end up?
Yeah, see, I like that.
There you go. You can tell a lot about a person on how they wrap.
So technically I won that challenge then? Yeah.
There is no prize. We'll see you tomorrow. What are we going to do tomorrow? Should we put the tree up tomorrow? No, we can't do that without the kids.
Saturday we're doing that.
Okay. We'll do something else Christmassy tomorrow. For your spiritual enlightenment, take care. God bless. See you soon.
Bye.